we're going to factor it. So do that first, because that's what we're doing. I'm going to pull up my handy whiteboard. Now, I have no idea if this has anything to do with the answer, but I do know that if you're covering prime factorization and least common multiples and greatest common divisors, and the homework question has, that's why Fermat's theorem, I mean, Fermat's number, that's ridiculous. All right, now pull up. There we go. So, we take 120, and then we divide it. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. And that's going to give you 2 will go into 120 how many times? 60, Hubert, that's right, class. 2 will go into 60 30 times. 2 will go into 30 15 times. And then what? 3 will go in there 5 times, and then what? Okay, so there's the prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay? Now, that takes care of this. All right, Jared is setting up chairs. We don't need that. Gymnasium floor, rows of equal size. There must be at least 2 chairs and at least 2 rows. Well, that's evident because you've got 120 people. Okay, at least 2 rows, that's because how you gonna get 120 people in a row and a half? And so that's a given. So it says list the number of rows and the number of chairs in each row that are possible. Yeah, you could do it that way too. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, look here. What is 2 times 3? And what's 4 times 5? 20 times 6. So you could do it that way. So 6 rows of 20. You could do 6 rows of 20. Now, what could you do here? 6 rows of 20 is 120. Or you could do 3 rows of what? No. 40. Right?
Yeah, I got you.
You do 30 rows of what? 30 rows of 4 or 20 rows of 6? 30 rows of 4. And what I say? 20 rows of what? So you're starting to see how many. Just remember, your 120 is the whole, and the lowest you can start from is 2. So you could do 2 rows of what? 60. 3 rows of 40. 4 rows of what? 4 rows of 30.
I see what you're saying now.
5 rows of, no, yeah, 5 rows of 14. Right? Check my math. Hold on. I don't think I did that right. 5 are going 24. 5 rows of 24. 5 rows of 24. 5 rows of 20 would be 120. Okay, yeah, that's right. 5 rows of 20. What was I thinking about?
It's been a long day.
No, 6 rows of 20. 5 rows of 20 is 100. I had it right.
Yeah, you're right. My
rows of
man,
24.
Why you wanna mess me up? You're a loser.
I know, right?
5 rows of 24, 6 rows of 20, 7, no, 8, 8 rows of 15. Eight rows of 15, 9, 10, 10 rows of 12, right? And then I think after 12 rows of 10, 10 rows of 12, and then 12 rows of what? 10, 11, 12, yeah. So what is our answers?
Whatever matches up with this.
Yeah, whatever match. There's 24 of 5, 30 of 4. You can backwards, so just fill in the opposite of these, and that should be your answer.
It makes sense though, like he said, then you would do the same.
Just do the math.
Multiply. It's much easier.
Actually, the problems, like I said, the question is really not pertinent to your test, because I'm going to do this on the test. This is what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm not going to ask that question on the test. I'll ask you to find the prime factorization of 120. Okay? So don't fret over that one. Okay, now let's do a couple of homework problems with GCD and all that good stuff, just so make sure everybody's got what they need for. Let's do child. Where is assignments? Is it under assignments? They changed the look on this one. I have to. There we go. 5.1. All right, do 10 and 34 right quick. We'll do a couple of these, and then I'll move you into 5.3, which is fractions. The Prince Diane didn't, or Diane Prince didn't leave a message. That's what the caller ID said. That's no joke. It said, let me look that up again. Log. This is what it says. Prince Diane T. And that's a 356 number. Yeah, good mind to call it back. Diane Prince. Could that be Diane Prince? On Facebook, see if Diane Prince shows up. On Facebook, it's gone. Watch it be one of those half-naked women. It's a friend request, a half-naked woman you ain't never met before. Where do those people come from? Las Vegas. Like I'm gonna add somebody from Las Vegas. No, I'm talking about those people that want to add you on Facebook. Diane. No sneezing in class. There it is. There's 2 of them in Anderson. This one's one I know, mutual friend. This one's got a mutual friend. Okay, the guy on the left is kind of creepy. No, not. Okay. Nope. Wait a minute. Why is Hillary Clinton worried that Trump was trying to ascertain if she's a Democrat or Republican? She's Democrat. I'm gonna hang up on her. That's a joke. Ha ha ha. I don't believe I know this person. Let's check the other one out. Why don't they leave a message? Why don't people leave messages? Exactly. Not gonna worry about it. I bet that's funny. Rings, that would be freaking funny. Y'all watch it? Yeah. Well, I don't have any sound. Just leave the woman there. Oh, I want to go see that movie. I want to see it. That was funny. I'm going to have to share it. Okay. Now, this problem, pretty simple. 10 and 34. How many of y'all did like 5 or 6 of these this weekend? What's that? None of you. 10, 34. What did you notice about each time you're doing it? I mean, each time you did one, what did you notice? Say again? You get the hang of it. So, 2, you get 5 and 17. At this point, what do you find out? The real math what? Real math stops, therefore this is your greatest common what? Divisor, denominator, whatever you want to call it. It's divisor. And then 5, 1, and 17 is prime, isn't it? So 17, 1, and 1. So this is your least common multiple. Now, the good thing about this is 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 times 7 is 17 is what? 170. So your least common multiple is 170, and your greatest common divisor is 2. And you'll have like 5 or 6 of those on the test. No, you take it on your own time. You know, when you have 5 dead grandmothers and 6 flat tires, and you only got 4 tires on the car. I had a student this morning, had a piano, what's the name of that? Art, music appreciation. And she had a wreck this morning on the way, and it was, they had tested me today. Of all times to have a wreck on test day. Do you see where we as teachers could actually see that? How could that happen on test day? But she has a police report, so I said, as long as you got a police report, I don't think she can do too much. But you know, some teachers, they'll give you a 0 on the test. Good job. No cardboard for you. Fantastic. Next one. Let's find a good one. Well, there's a good one. There. And then I'm going to move into 2.3 or 5.3. Let's do that one. $72 and $92. $72 and $92. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. So 2, 36, and 2 we're going to 9 4 times, leaves 12. 2 we're going to 12 6 times. 2, 18, 23. And at this point, what? The real math stops. And you're going to find out that I only care about the least common multiple, because the least common multiple is your lowest common denominator. So 2 gives you 9, 23, 3, 3, 23, 3, 1, 23. What is 23? Prime. And there is your greatest common, your least common multiple. So what's our greatest common divisor? 4. F-O? 4? Where you go get bread at the stove? 4. Trying to find my cursor. 4. Excellent. You are a winner. The lowest common multiple, well, let's see. 23, that's a hard number to multiply, so I'm going to multiply by 20, whatever I get. This is 9 times what? 8? What's 9 times 8? 72 times 20. So let's see, 72 times 20 is 144, right? 72 times 3 is 2. Oh, darn, I done got mixed up. 216. 216. And I done forgot the other number. What was the other number? 72 times 20. 1440 plus 216. 1656. What does it come out to be? What'd you get? So is that what I got? Did I say 1656? So let's check it and see. I am a winner. That's what that says. I am a winner. I would love to do these things. I would love to program these things for this company. They'd fire me after the first week. You suck. I would say that. And you really think this is the correct answer? Do you have any clue what's going on? Oh, I would be fired the first week. McDonald's is hiring. It's supposed to be funny. I worked at McDonald's for 2 weeks. I couldn't handle dealing with the public. So then I went to Walmart and stayed in the stockroom. Okay, now, you want to know the good thing about this? I'm going to show it to you right now. We're going to take this with us into 5.3. You ready? What was that first one we did? Give me the two numbers. It was, I'm sorry, what? 10 and 34. Okay, so I'm going to make this white. This is why people can't do fractions. 1 over 10 plus 3 over 34. It might be Diane Prince again. Let's see. No, now it just says Greer. I don't know anybody from Greer. It might be, what is it called, Publishers Clearinghouse, going to give me $1 million. Second rule of life, Hubie's second rule in life, nothing is what? Free. Your parents are smart, whoever taught you that. Nothing is free. First rule of Hubie's life lessons is there's always one in the group. Took that class to go eat Mexican. Didn't want to teach one day. Did I tell y'all that? I had a class, small class like this. So I said, it was about 12 o'clock. I said, I don't want to teach today. Let's go eat. So I took the class to El Herrero's. I paid. By the time we got down there, I got a phone call from my boss. What are you doing? I said, I'm taking my class out to eat. I know, I've already got a phone call. I said, well, there's no law that says I can't take my class out to eat. Well, you better watch it, because somebody's watching you. One of the students had called, because we ended up going down there, and one student was missing. Huh? There's always one. There's always one. So go over here. Why would you go and tell on a teacher that's going to buy you lunch? It's all right. We didn't do anything fun in that class. No more. Because how many people will take and mess it up? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, sometimes 13. There's our two denominators, 10 and 34. We go down here, we say 2, 5, 17, 5, 17. Oops, sorry. Oh, now it's kind of black. One, 17, and then 17.1. 170 is our common denominator. So we go over here, and we put 170 here, and we put 170 here. Now you don't even need a calculator, because guess what? You have the answer over here. How many times will 10 go into 170? Let's say you have no clue. Go over here and take out your 10. How many times? 17 times. 17 times 1 is? How many times will 34 go into 170? Take out the 34. How many times? 5 times 3 is? Now you see why people can't do fractions. They can't find a common denominator. Now you're done. 17 plus 15 is what? 32, I guess. Over 170, and then simplify. I think 2 will go in there, but y'all done the math correctly. 7 and 5. Yeah. What is that? 16 over, well, I don't know. Let's see, that'd be what? 85?
Yes.
So 16 over 85. That's how you do fractions. And you can do fractions all day long now, unless you just want to suck at it. Let's do another one. I'm going to let y'all do this one. Three over 25 minus 1 over 6. No voicemail. Bet you those are students after I sent that email out. That's probably who it was. You suck. You're mean. You're a mean teacher. I need to do the roll. I'm going to pick up my son today. No coughing in class. I need to lay off them Camels. Oh, my grandfather used to smoke them things with no filter. There's 2 or 3 things I've never developed taste for. One is coffee, and the other one is smoking of any kind and beef liver. Those 3 things I've never developed taste for. I guess, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one person. Let me see. I know we got Miss Kahn here. Mr. Stalin is here. He's taking over the world. Miss Wales, you're here. You're not Miss Wales. What's your last name? Hamby. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Kahn, Hamby, Stalin is here. Richardson is here, right? Mm-hmm. And Battles. So Miss Wales is the ones that's not here. Where does she sit? Oh, okay. She's going to get an email from the bureaucrat saying that she needs to attend class and that she needs to. I don't write those people. I don't send those to y'all, because that would take effort and time, and I don't do that. So if you get an email from me, I don't need to hear, why'd you send me an email? I didn't send you nothing. Only emails I send you is telling you that you're a loser and you need to read directions. That's the only emails you're going to get from me. You know what I would do if I was president? I'd have the first cow. Have a bull out there on the front lawn, and then go out there and shoot it like on Napoleon Dynamite. Wait till the school kids come up and bam, and then string him up and gut him and yeah, get America back to the basics. I'm offended. United States of political correct pansies. I watch Napoleon Dynamite. Me and my son watch Napoleon Dynamite at least 2 or 3 times a week. I love it when he throws that pork chop at his steak and hits him upside the head. But Napoleon Dynamite, you got to give them. They took what, $1,000 or $2,000, and they made a movie, and it brought in billions. Huh? Yep. But everybody did anything. Now, there was a movie, the movie that's come out now called Junior High. Pedro is the janitor. Yeah, he's the janitor. Okay, y'all don't have any idea what I'm talking about. It's the kid who goes to this junior high school and gets his book thrown away and he draws in the book. Y'all ever seen that? Well, Pedro is the janitor. And he molests 3 or 4 kids. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Actually, he helps him at the end. 6, 25, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 2, 3, 25. Well, nothing. 3, 1, 25. 5, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. So what is 5 times 2? 10. And 10 times 15 is what? Now see, you're smart, because most people would multiply 25 times 6, or not, in this case you get 150. But in some cases, they multiply the 2 denominators and they get some BA number, and it's not the common denominator. So that's why it's great to use this. How many times will 25 go into 150? Well, how many quarters are there in $1.50? 5. Start with 6. 6 times 3 is 18. How many times will 6 go into 150? I have no earthly idea. So you go over here and you say, take out the 6. How many times will 6 go into 150? 5 times 5 is 25 times 1 is, and what's 18 minus 25? Negative 7. And that takes care of 5.2, which is adding and subtracting, but we'll go over that later. I want you to be able, I don't want you to, this is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to learn how to find the least common multiple, then let's go to another section, let that get cold, and then go back to the section where you need the least common multiple, and meanwhile, the least common multiple is cold, and you got to redo it, so I might as well do 5.3 after I do 5.1. All right, let's try nerd. See if I can find 1 and 5.3 homework. So that way it'll discourage you. Hopefully make you not do homework. Let's see, do homework. I don't want that. Leave. 5.1, check contents, 3, and study plan. I'll show you how to do those Thursday. I'm not really worried about it. Where's the adding and subtracting? There we go. I try that one. 8 over 15 minus 8 over 25. 8 over 15 minus 8 over 25. $15, $25, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1. What's 15 times 5? 75. So 75 here and 75 here. How many times will 15 go into 75? 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 25 will go into 75 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. What's 40 minus 24? Should be 16. Right? Now tell me what's hard about fractions. You know what's hard about fractions? Not being able to find the common denominator. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, I'll just take 15 and multiply by 25. That'll be 250 plus what? Another 150, that'd be 400. So I'll just do the common denominator 400. And then what happens? They get bogged down with all the what? Big numbers. No. If you don't get it first time, then you just SOL. Which part?
It's not.
Oh, when you convert?
Yes.
75 or 15 will go into 75 how many times? 5 times 8 is 40. 25 will go into 75 3 times. 3 times 8 is. Now a lot of people do the big Z. They do this. 8 over 15 minus, I can't read, 8 over 25. And they get a common denominator, 75 here. Oh, 18 over 25 here. 75 here and 75 here, and they just go like that. And they get 40, and then 24, subtract 16. potato, potato. You get the same answer.
So 75 divided by 8 times,
No, 15 will go into 75.
sorry, divided by,
That's why you might want to use the z's.
15
15 will go into 75, 75 times 8, and then you can just do this. Take your handy dandy red marker. Fifteen goes into 75 8 times whatever that comes out to be. You know, 15 will go into 75 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Or you might want to put goes into. There you go. 15 goes into 75 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. I'm sorry, what? Yep. And you'd be surprised at how many people can't do fractions because they can't find common denominator. And that's true with equivalent fractions. If you want to figure out, 3/8. 3/8 is how many 16ths? Well, 3/8 is equal to how many 16ths? 8 will go into 16. 2 times 3 is 6 16ths. It's all about the denominator. When adding or subtracting fractions or comparing fractions, it's all about the denominator. It's got to be common denominator. Now multiplying and dividing, that's easy. Most people know how to multiply and divide fractions because it's not difficult. But with adding and subtracting and comparing, you've got to have a common what? Denominator, and a lot of people don't know how to find a common denominator. So naturally, when you show them how to do fractions, they look at you with deer in headlights look.
So now, when you gave the 3/8, I knew the 66, I did just like that, I'm not even thinking about it, but when I go here.
Because you hadn't done it. You hadn't done it a lot. I love to go into Walmart and ask for a 5100 wrench. A 5100 wrench. Or I go into Lowe's and ask for a 3/6 wrench. And some DA will be there and they'll go look in the back for it. Along with the level bubbles and the lumber stretchers. Back in Saudi Arabia, I had a captain that I didn't like. And I was a sergeant. And the CO was there. The CO was like a colonel. And I just wanted to show the colonel how big of an idiot we had for a captain. So I said, we were doing something with a Connex box, and it had 2,000-pound bombs in them. And I said, something ain't right about this Connex box. I said, I would use a level, but I need the level bubble. I said, Captain, will you go over to the maintenance shed and get me a level bubble? All right. And the colonel looked at me. He's a full bird colonel. The colonel looked at me, and I went. When the captain got back, he said, I couldn't find no level bubble. Colonel said, boy, let's go in my office. Oh, me. You know, you can have all the book sense in the world, but what do you need over book sense? Common sense. There ain't no such thing as level bubbles in a building. It's the same as the lumber stretcher. Any of y'all ever brought up on stuff like that? Level bubbles and lumber stretchers? My grandfather used to say that all the time. Go get me a lumber stretcher. This board ain't big enough. We'll do one more. There we go. Good old 3 will make you quit. I can't do this. It's got 3. See, make her choke up right there. Have you ever checked your heritage and seen if you were an ancestor of Stalin? Have you ever checked? Huh? Had your father ever done that?
My great-grandfather fought World War II. He wasn't in Stalin. And his last name was Stalin.
So chances are it wasn't.
Well, Stalin changed his name. That wasn't his name.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well.
He wasn't his old name.
Yeah, people ask me all the time if I'm Irish. I'm just kidding. Actually, I am Irish, and I don't know where I get the brown eyes and the brown hair from, because my family is all Scottish and Irish. But there is a clan in Ireland called the Black Irish, and they have brown hair and brown eyes. So evidently, I got a gene from the Black Irish. Is the only thing I can come across. Or one of my Irish ancestors slipped out, got drunk, stepped out. I got one of those clandestine families that know their heritage back to the Revolutionary War, both sides. So I know I don't have any strange derivations of my bloodline. And I sent my DNA off for ancestry, and they said like 50% Scottish, 50% Irish. So I don't think there's anything in between. Yeah, boy, got some African in there. But it's amazing. Some people don't even know that their father is. But that could be for extenuating circumstances. Some people have extenuating circumstances. Like their grandfather was Michael Myers, and they don't want anybody to know about it. I don't know why they don't come out with a movie with Michael Myers versus Jason. Wouldn't that be a cool movie? It'd be scary. But don't put Freddy Krueger in. I don't like Freddy Krueger. I don't like that hand. I don't like that. I don't like Freddy Krueger. You ever seen Annabelle? You better not watch it by yourself. Or don't have a large glass of tea or anything in your hand. There's one scene where, whew, You ever seen the movie Mother? That one's scary. Y'all just don't have, y'all don't watch any good movies, do you?
I watched it.
You watched what?
Mother and I saw it by myself.
What, was it scary?
Yeah, it was.
Mother, the one scene in Mother that got me is when she was walking through the hallway and that thing was right behind her. Now that got me. I about spilled the popcorn and the tea. I was about spilled everything. And then Annabelle, where she was looking at that doll, and then it turned into a little girl, and then that little girl come running through the.
Yeah, that part scared me.
That was scary. But you know, Annabelle didn't look like the Annabelle, the original Annabelle doll looked like a Raggedy Ann doll. Did you know that? They picked that porcelain type doll because it looked scarier than a Raggedy Ann doll. But they still have the Annabelle doll wrapped in a glass case. It's in a glass case where nobody can get to it. Yeah. I think horror movies are funny. I don't like the zombie ones. I don't like them. I don't like zombies. I think they're stupid. I don't think zombies is, to me, is stupid. I mean, not Walking Dead. I'm just talking about zombies in general. I just don't like. I like Resident Evil, but as soon as the zombies come around, I'm like, whatever. 12, 36, 60, 2, 6, 18, 30, 2, 3, 9, 15, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to use that 5 times 2 there is 10, because you multiply 10 by any number. And what's 9 times 2? So 180 is your common denominator. So I'm going to put 1/12 and 1/32. This may help y'all. 1/60 and 180, 180, and 180. Okay, y'all ready? How many times will 60 go into 180? 3 times 1 is 3. How many times will 36 go into 180? Well, go over here and take out 36. 9 times 4. 9 times 4. What how many times? 5 times. 5 times 1 is 5. And how many times will 12 go into 180? Go over here and knock out 12. 4 times 3. Wait a minute. What is 4? Okay. 4 times 3. Take out those 3. How many times? 15 times 1 is 15. And you're adding these. 15 plus 5 is what? Plus 3? 23 over what? Now tell me what's hard about that.
General height.
Yep. Adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing.
See, that's why I don't like to get frustrated myself.
Well, you could just quit.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, just go ahead. You don't fail anyway. Yep. Go ahead and quit. It's easy to quit. All you gotta do is quit coming. Oh, come on. That motivational thing, it's just overrated.
I'm not laying down with that.
Yes, ma'am. You got a question?
This is 64 all time.
I'm sorry, what?
This is 64 all time.
Where?
65
Okay, that's a 2. 2 will go into 12 6 times. 2 will go into 36. 2 will go into 60, 30. Okay, hold on. 2 will go into 6 3 times. 2 will go into 18 9 times. 2 will go into 30 15 times. 3 will go into 3 1 time. 3 will go into 9 3 times. 3 will go into 15 5 times. 3 will go into 1 time. 3 will just bring it down. 3 will go into 3 1 time. 3 will not go into 5, so you bring it down. 5 will go into 1, bring it down, 5 will go into 1, bring it down, 5 will go into 5. There, you're done. Gotta bring it down, it's not divisible. All right. Now what I want y'all to do for homework is to work on 5.3. Not necessarily the first part of 5.3. I want you to work the second part, adding and subtracting. Do not do anything in 5.3 except